wins for the Crimsons.
Yeah, Crimsons had a 3-point win over Glenwood on Wednesday night, 41-38. Glenwood is playing Alton in the game that tipped about 25 minutes ago. We'll try to keep you posted on all the other scores involving Central State 8 and area teams as best we can during the course of the night. Sean Ballett's doing good voice from 2 days ago when last we left him.
Sean's handled a lot of the PA duties at the tournament here at Lanphier this week, doing an excellent job. Sean was out working a UIS game on Tuesday, so they had Joel Fulgenzi, one of Lanphier's own, handle PA, and he did a fine job, but nobody does it like Sean. And he's been here all day. John and I obviously were in the cab, so we're not sure Sean ever left his seat, but he is introducing the Springfield School Superintendent, Jennifer Gill, who's being honored here tonight for her support of the tournament. And pregame for the Lanphier CBC contest. They should start right at 8 o'clock. So let's take a 2-minute timeout, 2 minutes here, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and play-by-play for the Cadets of CBC versus the Lions of Lanphier.
With the number 14 on it, when you became superintendent, a little appreciation.
I just want to give a great shout out to all the fans who are here tonight. If you're from far away or here in Springfield, we hope you're having a great time in the capital city. Thanks to Adam, Coach Turner, all of the many volunteers that put this on to make it a great holiday season. I've had a blast watching basketball this week, and I know it's going to continue. So let's see some great basketball. Thank you.
Jennifer Gill, everybody.
Lanphier. Their head coach Blake Turner starts his fourth year. He is 60-27. They have an outstanding lineup of returning starters in the case of 4 out of their 5. They include Xavier Bishop, 5'8" senior guard, who had 26 on Wednesday night. Yakima Rose, 5'9 junior, who had 14 points and 8 rebounds. That's a high rebound total for a kid who only goes 5'9", but that is not a surprise for Yakima Rose. Inch for inch, he's one of the best rebounders in the area. Andre Williams is a third guard, 5'11", and a junior. He had 17 in the win over North Chicago. And on the front line, Cardell McGee, who started more than half of Lanphier's games last year as a freshman. The 6'3 sophomore scored 12 on Wednesday. In the middle, William Bowles, the 6'6 junior. He can have his hands full with Dwayne Clark tonight. 2 points, 9 rebounds on Wednesday night for William Bowles, the big guy for Lanphier. Bishop, Williams, Rose, McGee, Bowles for Lanphier. And as Tim said, Ronnie Jones, J.D. Coleman, Edward brought a good veteran officiating crew. They will, we hope, blow as few whistles as possible for tonight's game and let us have a good flow. We had almost a full house for the game preceding this one. And Manual won their semifinal game over East St. Louis 68-54.
It's full now. Wilburn Night the Gym is filled for tonight's semifinal game 2. And I'll bet championship game tomorrow, if the home team's in it, will be a full house as well. And this tournament committee's really done a good job of putting this first ever event together. And I think we would already declare the Lanphier Thanksgiving tournament, sponsored by Country Financial and Agent Adam Lopez, a success.
Yeah, there is a ton of talent out on the floor. It's an entertaining brand of basketball. And North Chicago teams come down here. They've spent the week here. They didn't go back to
Good evening. Lanphier High School welcomes you to the Wilburn Night the Gym Base
They lost to Champaign Central in the consolation bracket.
One of the goals of high school athletics is
And
one
Pekin got a buzzer-beating 3 to defeat Chicago.
Sportsmanship is what's
Struck by
that makes these
former
games
Illini George
educational
Montgomery, who is here in Washington tonight. Pekin
We remind you that in the scholastic athletics
in the
are
consolation
an extension of the classroom, and in listening to us learn,
Not here and wants to watch the game. This is one of the school district's cable TV
Please
channels.
let your good sportsmanship show during the
It's also
game.
available if you have an iPad or a tablet or a smartphone. You can watch it on YouTube. YouTube Live. Just look for YouTube and punch in SPS Channel 22. And your option for that channel will come up with a live telecast of tonight's game between Lanphier and CBC. If you don't want to listen to us, you'll have to turn the volume down because our audio is your audio on TV as well as on radio tonight. Andrew and Jim did such a fine job on the opening game tonight. John and I were willing just to sit back and let them go at it, but Jim Rupert's working double duty tonight, writing a story for the Saturday State Journal Register on tonight's game, so we'll cut him a little slack. Andrew, on the other hand, pulling special duty. He was supposed to have the weekend off this holiday weekend. He came in as a special favor to us tonight. We appreciate Andrew Harvey's help in his coverage of Game 1 of the semis here at Lanphier this evening. That Dwayne Clark is a big man. Look at him. His muscle, and they've got great-looking road uniforms, CBC. They're black with purple numbers and letters, except for one letter, which is white, with white piping. I'm not sure how they found a jersey to hold that kid's upper body. Look at the size of it. Got guns on that guy.
He's been waiting a long time to join the other 4 as his teammates at CBC after he transferred from Lick for Life. He had to sit out last year. But he is a nice compliment to this team, which is really strong in the backcourt, Tim. We were extremely impressed, in particular, by Jordan Barnes and Christian Willis. They took control of that game against the Finke brothers in Champaign Central on Wednesday night. CBC won at 68-61. But it really didn't seem like it was that close, even though Champaign Central at one point had tied that game. In the fourth quarter, the Cadets were pretty much in charge from the start of the night and winning that game. So this will be a big challenge for Lanphier to make it into the championship game of their own tournament tonight. Lanphier's going to have to hit the glass. They're going to have to play solid defense on Barnes and Willis. William Bowles is going to have to neutralize that big guy, Dwayne Clark, in the middle for CBC. And if they get all of that done, And they can force a few turnovers and get some baskets in transition. Maybe we'll see the Lanphier Lions in the championship game of their first ever Thanksgiving tournament.
Time to hoop it up there at Overnight Gym.
Lanphier's got some nice looking jerseys this year too.
Yeah.
The letters that outline Lanphier on the front of their jerseys have an orange outline, but the letters are all white, but the numbers are a bright orange.
That's what we like. See those numerals on the end.
Of course, we know these kids because they've all played so many games now for Lanphier, with the exception of William Bowles, who was just a deep reserve last year. 2 big number 50s in the jump ball circle with veteran official Ronnie Jones, who always calls a solid game, and Tim's going to call the play-by-play for you of CBC and Lanphier.
Bowles and Clark. See who gets the tip as we get started on this Friday night.
J.D. Coleman will assist Cardell McGee in tucking in his jersey. That seems to be a point of emphasis again this year.
By the way, if you're looking for the Alliance game, they are playing tonight. We kind of forgot about that. Playing UAB in a half hour or so. That game will be on 96.7 FM. Illinois and Alabama Birmingham from down in Florida. And a first drive to the hoop off the opening tip is a Cardell McGee drive in from the left baseline. And he stepped on the end line as he went to the basket. Turnover, Lanphier. Sam Orff will throw it in and face immediate full court pressure. Broken easily. Christian Willis ahead of the field for CBC. No good on the shot. Pushback on a rebound try by big Dwayne Clark and a foul. Lanphier whistled for the personal.
And Yakima Rose called for that foul, so 2 free throws for Dwayne Clark. Bowles had to take the shooter that time, Christian Willis. That left him out of rebounding position. Clark on the weak side had an easy rebound. He made just 2 out of 5 from the free throw line Wednesday night.
Dwayne Clark, a right-hander, first staff carpet free throw is a brick.
And I can see why he made just 2 out of 5 the other night. Not much touch on that foul shot.
Clark will shoot another.
Dwayne's got a bit of a mohawk. Not much hair on the side. He's got quite a bit right down the middle, up top.
And his second foul shot is no good. The rebound is tipped to Andre Williams. He'll run it up the right side of the court. Hand off to Bishop. It draws a double team. They have a chaser on Bishop, and that is the good guard Barnes for CBC. Now Cardell McGee with the ball. Throws it down low to Bowles. Rolls to the hoop and scores. William Bowles, 6'6" junior for Lanphier, on a good post move against Dwayne Clark. Gets the Lions in front 2-0, and they press. Full trap zone press for Lanphier. And the ball's knocked loose by Bishop, but recovered by Orff. CBC ball. Willis drives baseline. Ball taken off his hands by Bowles. Flips it ahead to Williams. To McGee, to the glass. Oh, and he's fouled. No shot. No shot going in, that is. Off the shot attempt by McGee. 2 free throws coming.
Cale Catchings called for the first foul on CBC tonight, and Bowles has acquitted himself very well in the first minute of this game.
You can prepare for the Lanphier pressure, it would appear, but you can't prepare really for the quickness with which they apply it. And CBC will have to step up the ball handling a little bit to do that.
Nobody transitions any faster from defense to offense than the Lions, too.
McGee's first staff carpet free throw is no good.
He made all 5 of his free throws on Wednesday night, which was a good sign because McGee was right about 50% last year.
One more free throw for the Lanphier sophomore, 6'3", Cardell McGee. And he made it. And the Lions have a 3-0 lead a minute into the game. Winner gets manual here tomorrow night in the tournament championship game. Ball is flipped to Clark in the center circle. Bounce pass down low and an easy 2 on a flush for Cale Catchings as they beat the pressure, and Catchings was cherry picking, went straight up and 2-hand slammed it through. 3-2 Lanphier. McGee baseline drive cut off by Orff and fouled. McGee is so quick. And Orff, good defensive player. We saw that here the other night.
Yeah, he's a physical presence. He's got some big guns, but he doesn't have that quick step, and McGee beat him to the baseline. That's a foul down on the court.
Inbounds pass comes to McGee from Williams, and he missed a 10-footer from just off the right side. Rebound to Barnes, and CDC will bring it up floor against man-to-man pressure applied by Lanphier. Throw it into Clark, pushes off and turns and shoots on Bowles and missed the shot. Rebound, McGee clears it. Outlet to Bishop. He'll run it up the right side, stop and go to the glass. Got it. Xavier Bishop's first two of the night, and a 5-2 Lanphier lead at 6:13 to play in the first. And a takeaway by the Lions at midcourt, tipped away by McGee to Bishop, to the window. Ball knocked out of his hands on a block from behind by Barnes. It's out of bounds, Lanphier ball.
Good effort by Bishop. He was aggressive, even going 1-on-2 that time. A clean block at the rim, and Lanphier inbounds on the baseline.
Williams throws it into Rose, and Yakima puts it up with the right hand for two. 7-2 Lanphier, 2 minutes in, and they press. Orff and Barnes will bring it across, get it in the center circle to Clark, and he violated the center line, I think. He's going to call him for traveling. He had not established forecourt position, so I think he was okay on that, but he dragged his pivot foot.
I think Ronnie Jones might have just missed that call, to be honest with you. And Justin Tatum is questioning him. You have to have both feet and the basketball in front court for it to be a backcourt violation.
He called traveling ultimately, but he might have been thinking about calling the over and back.
Well, that's the signal he made. He made a signal for over.
Yeah, he called travel. And a three up top by Bishop is no good for Lanphier, and they run the other way. Orff, his pass intended for Catchings is tipped away by the Lions, and here they come. Williams right down the middle of the lane, goes to the glass and missed the shot. Tipped out front to Rose. Corner McGee, baseline drive, forced a shot as he was fouled. Shot no good, and Dwayne Clark will be whistled for the personal, and that is number 1 on him and number 3 on the Cadets.
Well, Lanphier's done a good job in their first 2 games this year of getting out of the box early. They're playing at a speed their opponents have not been able to keep up with, and if Cardell McGee can hit these 2 free throws, it'll be a 7-point lead for the Lions in the first 2:43 of the game.
McGee's staff carpet free throw is good. 2 for 3 now for the sophomore for the Lions.
William Bowles will get a breather, and Lanphier gets another one of their big 6'5" senior Derek King into the game. The pace of this game may wear on somebody Bowles' size, so he's not going to be able to go too many consecutive minutes without an occasional breather.
8-2 Lanphier make it 9-2 as McGee makes both at the line. 5:17 to play in the first. And again, the Lions press. Sam Orff, a junior. Jordan Barnes, a senior. On about the 9 count, clear the timeline. Get it to Catchings, or that's Willis inside. Went to the backboard with a lean-in shot and was fouled. Derek King. A couple of free throws coming for Willis. And early in this game, a lot of time at the free throw line for these 2 teams.
Clark missed 2 earlier for the Cadets. Willis made 6 of 8 on Wednesday night.
First one here is good. 6'2 senior. Boy, they've got some good athletes on this team.
Got a freshman into the game, Lawrence Brazil, 5'10". He checks in for Sam Orff. Orff has had his hands full trying to defend these quick Lanphier players.
Willis made both free throws. And it's a 9-4 Lanphier lead 3 minutes into the game. Cardell McGee clears the timeline on the dribble. Guarded by Willis in the man-to-man for CBC. Now, out front, Xavier Bishop gives to McGee, hands off to Rose, glides the lane, pushes it up there, and got it. Yakima Rose saw a little seam along the right side of the lane, and he filled it quickly.
And the freshman Brazil turned his back defensively in the lane, and it cost him.
11-4 Lanphier, 4.5 to play in the first, and a reach-in foul on the right sideline by Xavier Bishop as Barnes was trying to blow past him, ultimately did. And they call a hand check out on the open floor against Xavier Bishop, his first foul.
Corrington Jones will pop off the Lanphier bench. He'll come in for McGee. Jones, a junior, 6 feet tall, had a nice game on Wednesday against North Chicago, scoring 7.
Barnes will throw it in from the baseline for CBC. Gets it out front to Catchings. Down the lane he goes. Ball knocked loose from behind. Good defensive play by Derek King. Feed ahead to Andre Williams for 2.
That's just what we're talking about there. The transition from defense to offense to get the steal, and somebody heads up court to get a long pass for a layup.
Oh, and they're going to get a second foul on Bishop, maybe. Did they call that foul on Bishop?
Yeah, Ronnie Jones is...
No, there's no foul. I think what Ron Jones whistled was a sideline warning against CBC's coach, Austin Tatum. Now he wants timeout, Coach Tatum, to argue the call. There was no foul call, but play was halted. I thought Bishop had contacted the ball handler, Willis, over on the right side, and thought maybe we're going to get a touch foul there. But as it turns out, he said that Coach Tatum was out of the coach's box. And that's what they're arguing about during the timeout.
I don't think Coach Tatum agrees.
Yeah. 4:08 left in the first. 13-4, Lanphier leads CBC. Let's pause for a steak and shake 30.
Don't forget, coming up, we have the Torres-Turner shootout. Some of the fun at halftime.
Ron Jones, son of an official, the legendary Jimmy Jones, a Springfield native. From Bloomington, Ron Jones, one of the best referees downstate. Just had that whole timeout called by Coach Justin Tatum of CBC to be in his ear about that coaching box violation that Coach Tatum was sure he hadn't committed.
Coach Tatum is seated at the moment, and you wonder if they are telling him to remain seated for the rest of the game. They didn't call a T on him, though.
Nope. Halfway through the first quarter, 13-4 Lanphier, CBC ball, and we'll have a foul on Cardell McGee on a drive to the hoop by CBC's excellent point guard, Jordan Barnes. That kid's a good player. They got a lot of good players on this team. It is the second foul on McGee, who was out briefly.
I think they called that on Derek King.
You're right, McGee's sitting down. It could have been on him. It's Derek King.
Jordan Barnes.
2 fouls on King.
Barnes double clutched as he got to the rim. He is a very creative player at 5'11".
Barnes missed the first free throw, sponsored by Stamp Carpet Warehouse.
So Bowles is back in for King. That's out of necessity, but Bowles should be sufficiently rested. He sat down for about 3 minutes total.
Barnes' second free throw hit the front of the rim and then fell in. 13-5 Lanphier with 3:45 to go first quarter. Rose at the point this trip for the Lions. Has used his dribble, gives it up to Bishop. Drives down the lane, cut off, pulls up, free throw line jumper, good.
Oh, that's a tough shot. Fading away from his defender. Bishop giving up a few inches in height and put it down for a 10-point lead.
And a hip check foul in the backcourt on Corrington Jones of Lanphier. So off the made basket, Bishop put Lanphier up 10 at 15-5, and with 3:28 left in the first quarter, the foul total is mounting. We've had 8 all told here in the first quarter.
First on Jones and the fifth on Lanphier, and Blake Turner wasn't very happy with Corey Jones that time.
Barnes on the dribble and on Williams, cut off by Bowles, who tipped the ball loose, but it's recovered on the perimeter by Lawrence Brazil, the freshman guard reserve for CBC. Now Christian Willis has used his dribble, throws it in the post, intended for catchings, and they're going to get Yakima Rose on a foul, and that'll be 2 on Rose. Man, Lanphier was 6 fouls in the first quarter, and we're 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the period.
Well, I've got 16 kids in the book tonight. I might have to use them all. Dwayne Clark back in for CBC. He had come out briefly for freshman Josh Wallace, who started on Wednesday night, but the big guy Clark re-enters.
Throw it into Brazil. CBC ball down 10. Willis down the lane, ran over his defender, Corey Jones. They're going to call Jones for the foul. And J.D. Coleman emphatic in his call. And Lanphier's 7th foul. I think it would have been a shooting foul for Willis anyway. But it's going to be a free throw opportunity anyway because it's bonus time.
I think it's going to be one in bonus. They'll say he was not fouled on the shot. It looked like there may have been a travel that one of the officials missed, but J.D. Coleman looked pretty confident in his call.
This game is 5 minutes and 2 seconds old, and Lanphier's already put CBC in the bonus.
5'10 junior Josh Nunn, who has a local connection, is in for CBC, taking the place of Lawrence Brazil.
Josh Nunn, a 5'10 junior reserve guard for Christian Brothers College Prep in St. Louis. His dad is Roderick Nunn, who once upon a time served on the Springfield City Council. 15-5 in favor of Lanphier, now 15-6 as Christian Willis hits the first of the 1-and-1. This is going to take a long time to play this game if these whistles keep tweet.
10 fouls in 5 minutes. 7 of the 10 have been called on the Lions. So this Lanphier lead, though it's 9 and now 8 as Willis hits the next free throw, is anything but safe.
Yeah, who will be playing for Lanphier later on if everybody's in foul trouble? Andre Williams out front, blows down the lane, hands to Bowles, who blew it. Oh, he got it on the rim. I thought it was going to roll off, and it rolled in. Nice soft touch for Big William Bowles. Good thing it was soft, because that one was ticketed for a roll-off. 17-7. Willis, a jumper from the free throw line, right over Bowles, puts it in. And ahead of the field, Bowles the other way, blew it that time. Rebound to Catchings. Here comes CBC down 8. Ball tipped loose. Williams made the play with the knockaway. Feed ahead to McGee. Pull-up shot. High off the glass. No good. Tipped out and Willis recovers for CBC. And a foul in the backcourt on McGee, and that'll be 2 on him. Checking it'll be his first.
He got frustrated that time. He had missed a shot. He was coming in with too much speed towards the basket and put it off the backboard, didn't hit the rim.
Lanphier wants timeout.
Now Blake Turner wants to kind of settle down his team, even though they're up by 8 in the early going.
2:11 to play in the first. 17-9 Lanphier leads Christian Brothers back in 30.
Don't forget, folks, there are those 2 Andre Iguodala signed jerseys. We're going to announce the winner tomorrow night. Tickets $10.
Your Emmanuel won earlier tonight, beat St. Louis 68-54, and the Rams will play the winner of this game tomorrow night in the Lanphier Tournament Championship at 8 o'clock. Lanphier's ahead in this game, 17-9, with 2:11 to play in the first quarter, but the Lions have already committed 8 fouls. They may be recruiting kids out of the bleachers before the game's over to play at this rate. Cale Catchings, K-A-L-E, the first name, makes the first of a 1 in bonus, and one more foul shot coming for Catchings. Made them both. He has 4 points, and Lanphier's lead, which was 10, is now 6. 17-11. 2:05 to play in the first quarter. Andre Williams dribbling out front, gives off to Xavier Bishop. Over on the left sideline, works around some tight defense, steps into the free throw circle as he was hip-checked and fouled on the play by 6'1" senior reserve Lee Richmond.
Not sure we even saw Richmond the other night, did we, against Champaign Central?
He made it into the game. It wasn't for long, but he's in this one.
That's team foul number 4, and the first on Richmond. And again, all that bumping and hand-checking out on the perimeter, the officials are supposed to be calling that this year.
And some of it they are tonight. Bishop glides into the lane and puts up a little one-hand runner. Goes in for his 3rd basket, and it's 19-11. Lanphier ahead. Here's a scooper shot, no good, but a tip back is good by Catchings off the miss by Barnes. And a quick 2 for CBC makes it 19-13. Minute and a half left in the first quarter. Bishop gives to McGee, hands off to Big Bowles, out to Corey Jones, who missed a 3 from the right wing. Barnes the rebound, goes all the way the other end into the lane, knocked over his defender as he went into the lane, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Lanphier. It's on Andre Williams. He thought he'd drawn a charge. I don't know, if you saw a replay on that one, you might agree with him.
And J.D. Coleman took his time making the signal as well. I think they're going to call Cardell McGee on his reach for the second.
It is McGee, not Williams. Williams hit the deck, and I thought the foul was on him, but it's on Cardell McGee, and that's number 2. I'm not sure the Lanphier bench knows that.
Yeah, Blake Turner's not very happy with the officiating crew right now, and Carl Wright, his 6'5 freshman, has checked into the game for William Bowles.
First free throw by Barnes is good. One more staff carpet free throw for the 5'11 senior guard for CBC.
This will be their 12th free throw of the first quarter.
And Barnes made them both. 19-15, as close as CBC has been for a while, and they're doing it at the foul line off all these Lanphier violations. Bishop over the timeline, stops at the head of the key, gives off to McGee, who's out on the floor with 2 fouls. McGee down the lane, goes around his defender, catchings, and scoops it in off balance with the left hand. What a play. Other end, a 3-ball by Willis is good. 21-18, Lanphier by 3. Here's Bishop, drives into the corner, left side, brings it back out with 39 seconds to go in the quarter. 21-18, Lanphier leads Christian Brothers of St. Louis. Bishop down the lane, had a reach in, ball knocked loose, out of bounds. It'll be Lanphier ball.
Sam Orff and Josh Wallace. Wallace, the 6'5 freshman, in a game for CBC. At the pace of this game, both coaches are going to have to substitute liberally.
Andre Williams throws it into Bishop, covered up by Orff. He'll shoot over him. A rainbow 3 is on the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by the freshman, Carl Wright, to keep it alive for Lanphier. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Bishop out front. Gives the ball off to Wright. Cut off. Gives the ball for a 3 from Bishop. Got it! Bishop with 3 seconds left puts Lanphier up 6, and now a half-court shot from the other team, CBC, from Barnes is no good. And the buzzer sounds, and a long first quarter ends with Lanphier up 6. Lions 24, Christian Brothers 18. Second quarter in a minute.
Heartland Credit Union is excited to announce Moby.
Once again, tournament shirts are for sale. T-shirts, long sleeve, T-shirts and hoodies. You can customize your shirt with your favorite player and a number. That's in the wrestling gym providing concessions.
Lanphier up on top of CBC 24-18 on the strength of 10 of 18 shooting, 56%, led by Xavier Bishop with 9. Christian Willis has 9 of the Cadets' points. They made 4 of 8.
CBC ball to start the second quarter, down by 6. Christian Willis with the ball out front. Corey Jones defends him and the Lanphier man. And they throw the ball away. A pass intended down on the baseline for Catchings was over his head, out of bounds.
It's already 7 turnovers committed by the Cadets, and even at the pace we've played, Lanphier's done a very good job taking care of the ball. They've turned it over just once.
CBC will press at the Decatur tourney in the semis. Now a 5 count on Cardell McGee, who couldn't get the ball in bounds, and Lanphier turns it over right away. Southeast leads Eisenhower at Decatur at halftime. They're in a semifinal. Southeast 26, Eisenhower 25 at the half. That's Stephen Decatur. 3-ball or from the right baseline is no good. Rebound, though, is out to Catchings. To Christian Willis. Threw it away inside. Aimed to pass for Clark. Lanphier the interception. Bishop with the ball. Left side. Shoots a long 3. On the rim. No good. Clark clearing the rebound. Handed off to Orff. And CBC goes the other way. Orff into the lane. Forced a shot on the run and got it. Boy, he showed some quicks that time. Sam Orff's first hit. 24-20. McGee hands off to Bowles. Nice assist. Is that McGee or Williams?
Andre Williams, yeah. Second time those two have hooked up in just that manner. Williams has his 3rd assist of the night, and Bowles has shown good hands under the basket.
And a whistle and a carry out front on Sam Orff of CBC.
Akima Rose will come back on. Corrington Jones will depart for the Lions. Bowles has had a very good start to this game. He's made 3 out of 4 from the field and played solid defense back at the other end.
26-20, Lanphier leading. 6:52 to play in the first half. McGee hands off to Rose. Yakima in the middle. Got the ball up on the rim. It fell off, but he was pushed and fouled. Was he fouled on the shot?
Don't think so.
Jordan Barnes commits the foul, and it is not a shooting foul.
Grabbed the jersey as Rose was jumping past him with a nice move. That's 5 on the team, so no free throws.
Andre Williams to throw it in from the baseline. Gives it to Bowles, gives it back to Williams. Hand off to McGee. Now Bishop up top. Travel. Took a step before he dribbled. Little hesitation move.
Yeah, he was of two different minds. Yeah, he didn't. He thought initially about taking that 3, then he realized that even by his standards, he was too far from the basket. Thought he saw a lane open up for him, but jumped ahead with both feet before he put the ball into the court.
6.5 to play in the half. 26-20 Lanphier. CBC ball. Give to Clark inside against a double team. Missed the shot. Tipped up no good by Catchings. Put back by Clark twice. Second time it went in on a putback by the big man Dwayne Clark of CBC. 26-22 with 6:14 to play in the half. Lanphier up by 4.
Because of their foul trouble, the Lions had switched into a zone, and it cost them that time.
Rose, free throw line jumper on the front of the rim, no good. Orff the rebound for CBC, and they run. Push it to Barnes, double teamed and taken away by Andre Williams, and then he's fouled by Orff on the retreat. So a turnover on CBC, then a foul on CBC. And that's 6 team fouls on Christian Brothers.
So if you don't think we've had enough free throws already, both teams in the bonus for the final 6 minutes of the first half.
Lanphier ball, they have Bowles and Corey Jones, Andre Williams, Yakima Rose, and Xavier Bishop on the floor. Throw it into Rose. From the left side, puts the ball on the floor, gives off to Williams, into the lane, forced a scoop shot and missed it, but he was tripped and fouled on the way in.
Oh, you stopped that drive. Williams with the head shake, the shoulder shimmy, kept the dribble going.
Josh Nunn fouled him.
Josh Nunn had just entered the game, and he picks up his first foul. Williams has had a very good first half. He has only 2 points. He's taken only 2 shots, but he's distributed to his teammates extremely well.
Andre Williams' first free throw of the night is good.
Williams
Andre's
had
a junior, 5'11".
Had 17 points on Wednesday night against North Chicago. And one thing we've seen in the early going from this Lanphier team, they are very unselfish. They don't mind giving the ball up, looking for each other. The 4 guys in particular who were starters off last year's team all have a good sense of where the others are on the court at all times.
Williams' staff carpet free throws were both good, and it's 28-22 Lanphier. Catching, baseline drive, shot blocked by Bowles. And then it went off the shooter. He not only blocked the shot, but he blocked it off of Catchings. Out of bounds to Lanphier. A fortuitous block. 28-22 Lions. They get the ball back with 5.5 left in the half. This game's had a little bit of everything. And now a hand check. Oh, no, they're going to call Rose for a carry. Willis reached in, tried to tip the ball loose. Rose regained the dribble and then turned it over.
There's some confused looks on the faces of these kids for calls that generally haven't been made on them down through the years, and at least at the start of this season, those types of calls are being made.
It is early in the year, no doubt about it. First week of the season. Turnaround shot by Catchings in the lane. Shot no good. Clark the putback. Missed it. Rose the rebound. Boy, does anybody at his height rebound better than Yakima? Into the lane, Bishop scoops around Clark and got it off the glass. Xavier Bishop with 11 points. 30-22 Lanphier. Lions have been up as many as 10. They lead now by 8. 4:54 left in the half. Double team of Barnes on the wing. Left side, Willis, 4-3, no good. Rebound, it is picked up by Lanphier. Only after Clark stepped out of bounds with possession of the ball. So it'll be Lanphier ball on the turnover.
And Bowles will re-enter along with Corrington Jones for the Lions out there with Rose, Bishop, and Williams in the backcourt. Lanphier up by 8.
4:40 to play in the half. Jones, baseline drive, a shot on the glass, no good, missed it. Rebound, Bowles missed in tight. Ball loose, goes out of bounds, and it will be Christian Brothers' ball. Corey Jones tried a baseline runner that rolled over the rim, and Bowles' putback was too hard. Then the ball ended up out of bounds off the Lions. CBC ball. Brazil into the lane. A runner off the glass. Charging foul. Finally, Lanphier defender bought a charge. It was Corey Jones. Stepped in front of Brazil. Lawrence Brazil, a 5'10 freshman, whose hair is nearly as tall as he is.
Hey, he's 5'10.
Called the freshman for the charging foul.
6'2 with the afro. And the question was asked the other night, might he be related to Bobo Brazil?
I think not. 30-22, the lead for Lanphier with 4:20 to play in the half. Andre Williams, Yakima Rose, Xavier Bishop, Corrington Jones, and William Bowles on the floor for the Lions. Jones at the free throw line, gives out to Williams out front against the man-to-man defense of CBC. Williams drives the baseline, bounce pass to Jones, feeds on the wing to Bishop, flips it in the corner to Williams, and a 3-second violation on William Bowles. He probably could have called that about 5 seconds ago. He got planted in the lane and just kind of stayed there.
Now, Lanphier had very good ball movement in that half-court possession. I think their big guy just got mesmerized by it.
CBC ball, a three for Barnes is off the back of the iron, no good, and the rebound. Corey Jones ended up with it. Ball flipped ahead, and then Rose lost possession of the ball, and it's CBC on the turnover. Barnes flips to Clark, and he volleyballs it up and in. Good transition basket for Barnes to Clark, that time for CBC. 30-24 with 3.5 left in the half. Lanphier up 6. Williams around a high screen from Bowles, throws it back to Bowles, down low, backs in on Clark, turns, shoots, and threw it way over the rim. That was not Bowles' best move.
No.
He needs to get in tight, and he didn't. Tried to shoot it in over Big Dwayne Clark, and he'll get a rest, William Bowles.
Rebound tapped out of bounds on the baseline to the Cadets. The problem that Bowles had there was that he hesitated after he caught the entry pass. If he had moved quickly to his left, he would have had an open shot. He kind of worked himself into a more difficult attempt.
30-24 Lions. Clark hands the ball off to, in tight, Josh Wallace, a freshman reserve, who missed a shot inside, and the rebound to Lanphier. Flip it ahead to Bishop for 3. On the rim, banged off, and a foul called. CBC's Wallace ended up with the ball, but there was a shove as he went after it, and they called the foul on Christian Brothers, and Xavier Bishop's going to have free throw. They got the foul on Barnes.
His second.
Jordan Barnes of CBC on that foul call.
Two officials will get together, Edgar Brummett and Ronnie Jones, and make sure they have the right foul shooter.
Right shooter, and they don't. Bishop tried to sell them on he should be shooting.
He wouldn't do that, would he?
Yes. Derek King will be the shooter instead. Come on, Derek. 6'5" senior reserve. He'll shoot it with the left hand and make it. And he'll have one more.
Derek King took one free throw Wednesday night and missed it. You're not going to do any better than Xavier Bishop at the free throw line, and he knows it. He tried to sneak in there, but the officials rectified the situation. King has his first point of the season.
31-24 Lanphier. One more for Derek King. 2:52 left in the half. He got it. Good job, Derek King.
He starts out looking as though he's going to shoot it left-handed, then kind of shifts it over to the right hand, and
whatever works.
Whatever works. He made 2 of 2 that trip.
CBC clears the timeline against a little backcourt pressure from the Lions. The Cadets with the ball, and Jordan Barnes, their senior point guard, out front. Give it at the high post to Wallace, the freshman. He threw it in the corner to Brazil, a fellow freshman, who was called for a violation.
I can't see that I saw that. Brazil did bobble the pass before he brought it in, but I thought his feet were stationary.
Called for traveling.
Willis and Catchings, 2 of the starters, re-enter for CBC. It's a high-paced game, lots of substitutions each way. 9 fouls each way, and in fact, the last 5 fouls tonight have been called on CBC.
2:24 to go in the half. Lanphier up by 8. 32-24. Bishop down the lane in traffic. Flipped it up and in. With three guys around him, Bishop got it up on the rim and it toppled in.
He shielded the ball away from the defenders with his 5'8" frame and flipped it back over his body.
34-24 Lions. They double team on the perimeter, give the ball to Catchings. He glides in, missed a shot in close. McGee clears the rebound, ahead to Bishop. Shoot a three in transition, make it! Xavier Bishop with 16 and timeout. Christian Brothers, 37-24. Lanphier, biggest lead for the Lions. 1:51 left in the half. Back after a 30-second steak and shake timeout.
From the three-point line, 7 of 12 overall is Bishop. He's alternated taking three-point shots and driving to the basket for 2 points at a time and has 16 already for the Lions.
37-24 Lanphier. CBC ball off the timeout. A Barnes three is good from the left side.
That's a nice play out of the timeout. And Dwayne Clark, the big guy, found the little guard Barnes on the left wing for an open three that breaks a 7-point Lanphier run.
37-27, a minute 28 left in the half. Andre Williams throws it in the corner to Corey Jones. Back to Williams. They load up on the left side and a reach-in foul. Lee Richmond, a senior reserve guard for CBC, the violator, and free throws coming. Double bonus time for Lanphier's Andre Williams.
That's just not a good foul these days. We saw that a couple of times the other night with the North Chicago guards fouling Bishop 30 feet from the basket. Andre Williams, a capable foul shooter. He's made 2 of 2 tonight.
Williams studies and shoots the first and missed it. One more staff carpet free throw coming for Williams.
That's his first free throw miss of the season. He had made 4 of 4 on Wednesday.
Former Southeast Spartan Andre Williams, a junior. Looks, tosses, got it that time. 38-27 Lanphier, 1:19 left in the first half. Full house at Lobernica Gym on this Friday night for the Lanphier Tournament semifinals. Manual awaits the winner in the championship game tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. 38-27. Lanphier up 11, a minute to go in the half. CBC ball. Throw it to big Dwayne Clark. He is bodied and fouled by Derek King off the lane, and 2 free throws coming off the third foul committed by King.
Yeah, King's had his troubles trying to defend when William Bowles has been on the bench getting some rest. And Bowles will come in. He'll have to play the final 56 seconds of the first half. Dwayne Clark to the free throw line where he's missed his only 2 tonight.
A massive 6'7" senior's first foul shot is no good.
And we mentioned the other night when we saw him shoot these free throws against Champaign Central, he looks a little bit like Mike Thorne Jr. up there, and that's not a compliment.
No, Thorne was good Monday night in their win against Chicago State at the line. The Illini playing tonight down in Florida against UAB, and that game's on 96.7 FM.
When he's good at the line, though, it tends to be an accident.
Dwayne Clark missed them both. Cardell McGee, who's had some foul trouble here in the first half, cleared the rebound. 50 seconds till halftime. 38-27 Lanphier. Ball poked loose into the backcourt. Going to call a backcourt violation on Lanphier and a turnover for the Lions.
7 for the Lions. That's not a terrible total for a team that plays at their pace. They have forced 12. That turnover deficit by the end of the year should be substantial, and if it is, Lanphier's probably going to have a big year.
Ball is thrown into Barnes, and the steady senior point guard for CBC will work on Andre Williams with 38 seconds. He'll shoot a 3 over him. Oh, my. Drilled it right in the face of Williams. Barnes has made his 2 threes in the last 2 minutes, and it's 38-30. CBC down 8 will play defense for 24 seconds. Pull-up jumper by Bishop is good. about a 12, 15-footer on the left side.
He stopped so quickly his defender went flying off of him.
18 for Bishop. Catching's a reverse layup around Bowles at the other end as they beat the Lanphier defense. Now the Lions in a hurry with 7 seconds. McGee in traffic, flipped it up, and it rolled out. But free throws coming for Cardell McGee with 4 seconds to go in the half.
3 fouls on reserve Lee Richmond, who hasn't played much tonight. And had that ball, which hung on the rim briefly, gone down, we may have had our biggest cheer of the night. That was a tremendous effort by McGee with the underhand scoop.
McGee 3 for 4 at the line in the game. Free throw here is no good. One more coming. He has scored 5 points. 6'3" sophomore. Cardell McGee with another staff carpet free throw with 4.4 on the clock until halftime. Lanphier leading 40-32.
Josh Nunn in for Lee Richmond, and one more for Cardell McGee.
He's ready to shoot. Puts it in the air toward the west basket and got it. 41-32, 4.4 for CBC. Lanphier checked in Derek Briscoe and got McGee out. Ball to Barnes. Barnes a 30-footer at the buzzer. Got it! 3-ball with a 30-footer from Jordan Barnes. We hit the half in a 6-point ball game. Barnes made 3 threes in about 3 minutes at the end of the half. And it's a 41-35 Lanphier lead over Christian Brothers of St. Louis. And halftime. 41-35 Lanphier. Halftime show next on Sports Radio 1450.
Illinois will not be bowl eligible. They'll be 5-7. I believe that the committees have found enough teams to fill all the bowls. That was a concern, whether there would be 80 teams with at least a 6-6 record to fill all of the slots in the 40 bowl games. But I think that concern has eased a bit now.
Second half begins with Lanphier in possession of the ball on their home floor with a 6-point lead on Christian Brothers of St. Louis. Lions ball, head toward the east basket. Scoop shot by Yakima Rose as he drove the lane off a high pick from William Bowles and was fouled on his way to the basket.
It'll be 3 on Sam Orff.
But they say he was not shooting, so the foul by Orff will simply lead to a Lanphier inbound. Just underway in the third quarter. Rose and Andre Williams, Xavier Bishop, William Bowles, Cardell McGee, the Lanphier 5 starters are on the floor. Here's a 3 by Rose, no good. Rebound cleared by Christian Willis, and CBC with the ball down 6. Orff, baseline drive, stepped around his defender, got to the glass, missed the shot. Rebound tipped to Rose. All the way to the other end, missed the shot, but a foul will send Yakima to the line. And that on Jordan Barnes, their point guard, is his 3rd foul.
And so 2 starters and 1 reserve each have 3 fouls for the Cadets.
John, we don't have a final yet, but it looks like Southeast and MacArthur will be playing in the championship game of the Decatur tournament tomorrow night. MacArthur won narrowly over Bolingbrook, 59-57, and Southeast was up by 14 on Eisenhower late over in Decatur.
52-38 in the fourth quarter. Rose drops in both staff carpet free throws. Lincoln has an 18-10 lead on Morton in the Lincoln Thanksgiving tournament. Did you see that's a halftime score?
Mm-hmm.
So a low-scoring game, not
a surprising
unusual for the Rail Splitters.
43-35 Lanphier up here. First minute of the third quarter, and a whistle and a hand check foul on the perimeter. CBC the beneficiary of the call by official Edgar Brummett. It's on Xavier Bishop.
It's his second.
Number 2 on Bishop.
Some other scores tonight. Jacksonville won another close one in Alton. They beat Northwest Academy 64-62.
Lob inside to Dwayne Clark, who volleyballs a shot up and in. The big man for CBC makes it 43-37.
And Alton leads Glenwood in the fourth quarter in Alton 41-30 in that Thanksgiving tournament.
Lanphier ball, turnaround shot by Rose in the lane, no good. Bowles tipped the rebound, tracks it down, saved it, but then Clark picks up the loose ball. CBC outlet pass, a touchdown pass tried by Barnes was poked away by Rose out of bounds and off of CBC, so Lanphier will ultimately end up with the ball.
13th turnover, and if I'm Lanphier, I'm going right at Jordan Barnes. He's still out on the court with 3 fouls.
Williams and McGee will bring it up against light man-to-man pressure applied by the Cadets. Lanphier ball leading 43-37. Here's Bishop a 3, but a whistle before the shot and a moving screen on Lanphier's Derek King off the ball.
Well, he's drawn a lot of attention tonight, and that's his 4th foul. Trying to get Bowles a rest, but Wilbo is going to have to check back into the game. King is shaking his head in a confused manner as he retires to the bench.
6.5 to play in the third, and loads of foul trouble for both teams. How many fouls were called total in the first half?
Tell you in a sec.
CBC ball. Christian Willis in the lane had the ball poked loose on the floor, and picked up by Rose. Outlet pass to McGee. McGee lobs it across to Bishop, a 3 in transition, no good. Rebound tip to McGee, down low. Williams put it up, no good. Bowles with the putback is good. William Bowles has scored 8 in limited minutes. 45-37. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Clark throws it inside to Barnes. He flipped it up backwards. Wow. Nearly made the shot. A couple of free shots coming for Barnes off that foul by Lanphier, and it's on Cardell McGee, and that's 3 on him.
That's 5 in the second half. We had 21 fouls called in the first half, and actually the foul pace kind of slowed in the second quarter.
Barnes' first free throw is good. This is a good player.
Yeah.
Jordan Barnes, 5'11" senior guard.
You can see his value to the team by the fact that his head coach has not pulled him from the game. He's got 3 fouls, and we still have 5:52 to go third quarter.
Second staff carpet free throw for Barnes is no good. Rebound is tipped to Bowles of Lanphier. 45-38 Lions lead. Here's Yakima Rose throwing one up over Dwayne Clark, and Clark got him on the elbow, and Rose buys a couple of free throws for himself.
There's an example of a kid who's got a 10-inch height advantage, still swatting at the ball as Rose was kind of coming down from his leap. Great job by Rose to draw that foul. It is just the first foul of the night on Dwayne Clark.
And the free throw for Rose is good.
Seven points for Yak tonight. He's got 3 rebounds to go with those points. 8-point Lanphier lead.
Free throw is no good as it rolled on. We have a score update from Decatur, and apparently we had an inaccurate score earlier on the Southeast MacArthur game, because if this total is right, as Lanphier's whistled for a foul in the half court, score I've been given on the final from Decatur is Southeast 59, Eisenhower 37. We had been told Eisenhower at 38 earlier, but
they had a minus 1 point play.
59-37 is the possible final, but Southeast did win the game. And here's Barnes gliding in off the inbounds play, put a left-hander up off the glass and good. And it's 46-40 and in the other direction. A scoop shot by Andre Williams who beat the defense down. The teams trade baskets here in the early minutes of the second half. 48-40 Lanphier. Fire to Clark in the corner for a 3. Good from the corner left by Nunn. Josh Nunn's first hoop of the night. 48-43. Lanphier's lead is 5. 3 for Bishop to answer. In and out. Rebound, Bowles couldn't handle it. Clark does. Nearly throws it away. Gets it to Barnes, who is bumped and fouled by Corrington Jones.
Previous foul, by the way, had been called on Cardell McGee, so he sits with 4. Second foul on Corrington Jones, and as was the case early in the first quarter, Lanphier picking up a lot of fouls. That's 5 this half.
Barnes forces the action on a drive to the basket against Yakima Rose or Bishop. Bishop is the foul victim on that one. That is a 2-shot foul coming for Jordan Barnes. He's kind of taken over the game. Third foul on Bishop.
He's really fast. He doesn't look like he's moving as fast as he does.
Free throw is good for Barnes. Did I get that wrong? I thought they called that foul on Bishop.
They did call it on Bishop. I thought the board had 2 on him as well, but they're listing 2 now. It switched from 1 to 2, so there might have been a change on an earlier foul call on Lanphier.
Barnes' second free throw is no good, and Rose clears the glass. 48-44, Lanphier's lead down to 4. And Rose forces things and gets a runner up and good, and timeout Lanphier. Yakima Rose with an answer for the Lions. 50-44, Lanphier leads. 4:37 left, third quarter. We'll take a 1-minute timeout.
Auto, home life, business and retirement in Kuiper Glen, 483-3451.
Illinois leads UAB down in Florida in the Emerald Coast Classic. 6 minutes to go, first quarter, 20-16. That game is live on 96.7 FM, and we'll join it in progress here on Sports Radio 1450 when we're done with Lanphier and CBC.
50-44, the Lions in front midway through the third quarter. Long way to go in this one. 4:24 to play in the third. Josh Nunn gets the ball low to Dwayne Clark and has his pocket picked by Yakima Rose. Flip it to Bishop, left side, shoots a 3, and in and out. Bishop's missed his last 3 from long range. Clark the rebound. CBC ball. Barnes down the lane, scooper around, Big Bowles is good. We'll say it again, Barnes has taken over the game. Here's Rose, spin move on the wing left. Defended by a taller Cale Catchings of CBC. Out front to Andre Williams. He drives, takes his defender. Gives it to Rose for 3. Unexpected for Yakima to shoot a 3. CBC didn't expect it, and Rose made it. 53-46, 3.5 to play. Oh, nice pass from Barnes. A behind-the-back handoff to Big Dwayne Clark. He missed the shot. And to Lanphier's credit, they put a little hip on him and got him a little off balance. And Clark has shown us he's not a very good free throw shooter. 0 for 4 tonight. He'll have to make them at the line here. Missed the shot.
Jones called for his third foul. That was a little backhanded flip by Jordan Barnes as he went quickly into the lane on the dash up court for CBC.
Clark's free shot here is no good, so he's 0 for 5. One more staff carpet free throw for Dwayne Clark. Surprised he's not on that CBC football team that's playing in the Missouri State Championship tonight. But build on this kid.
Big guy. He could play anywhere he wants to, really.
Second free throw, finally made one. 1 out of 6.
He's got 7 points in spite of the poor foul shooting. 9 rebounds for Dwayne Clark, the Missouri-Kansas City recruit. And he'll check out for Christian Willis. So Willis back out there teaming with Jordan Barnes in that outstanding Cadets backcourt.
53-47, Lanphier leading. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Down low to Bowles, brushes off Catchings with an elbow and is called for an offensive foul.
That's a good call.
Good sell by Catchings, too.
3 on Bowles.
William Bowles is third.
He could have gone straight to the move left, which was at his disposal, but he didn't and picked up his third foul.
Christian Willis down the lane. He's been quiet tonight. Got on the rim, fell off. Orth the rebound, missed inside. Rebound Willis again, and he is tied up on the play, and the arrow will give the ball back to CBC. 53-47 Lanphier with 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Throw it in the corner to Orth, who shoots a three. Missed it. Rebound goes long and out of bounds in the corner. It will be Lanphier ball. Orth had an open look. He took it and missed it. Lanphier had it easy here against North Chicago on Wednesday night. Not easy tonight in the semifinals against St. Louis CBC. Andre Williams hands off to Akima Rose. They give to Bishop, defended closely by Orth. Bishop goes round him, shoots a baseline floater that's good. Xavier Bishop has scored 20, and Lanphier leads by 8.
Did a good job of recognizing the mismatch. He knew he was too quick for Orth to stay with that time.
55-47 Lions. Little contact out front. Willis tracks down an errant pass. Give to Catchings, goes into the lane. Scooper is good.
Yeah, ditto that time. Catchings just too quick for Bowles to stay with as he drove along the baseline, and Catchings has 10 points.
55-49. 2:14 to go in the third. Lanphier ball. Rose glides past two defenders and scores high off the glass. Yak is playing great. 57-49. In the corner, a three for Nunn. Again. Josh Nunn is second made three of the quarter. And timeout CBC. 2 minutes left in the third. This has turned out to be a whale of a game. Lanphier 57, St. Louis CBC 52. Back in 30.
CBC leading the Shirley Bowl 21-16 over Blue Springs.
Two minutes left in the third quarter of this Lanphier tournament semifinal. Cale Catchings has to address a little blood on the back of his hand before play can resume out of the timeout. It's Lanphier ball, leading 57-52. Lions have been up as many as 13. Their lead is 5. Winner gets manual in the tournament championship tomorrow. Three ball by Andre Williams, no good. Rebound Catchings. Outlet to Nunn against Williams. Fouled by Andre Williams on a drive to the hoop.
Now, this is kind of hard to believe.
Game,
yeah, boy, they zip up and down the court after a missed shot or a turnover. It's kind of hard to believe any of the starters in this game could have just one foul, but that is the first on Andre Williams. And Josh Nunn, the 5'10 junior, is hit 2 big threes in this quarter, gets 2 free throws.
First free throw for Nunn is good. Stamp carpet free throw number 2 coming.
Dwayne Clark back in. And Lawrence Brazil, the 5'10 freshman. Cale Catchings departs, and Barnes will get a breather here. He'll sit with his team down 4 and with 3 fouls.
And Nunn made them both. 8 points all in this quarter for Josh Nunn. 57-54, as close as CBC has been for a while. 1:37 left in the third, and now a hand check foul out on the right wing. It's called against Lee Richmond, who's played about 8 minutes and has 4 fouls in the game. Reserve guard. Foul number 4 on CBC. Lanphier's committed 9 in this quarter. We're late in the third. 3 from Williams off the inbound. Missed it. Rebound Clark. Clears it to Nunn. Down the lane on the rim. And it fell out. Rebound pushed back by Willis. No good. Rebound poked out of bounds. CBC will keep it. 2 shots, no basket, but possession for the Cadets, down by 3 in 1:20 to go in the third quarter.
Jordan Barnes will hop off the bench and re-enter. Brazil departs. He was only out there for about 30 seconds.
Inbounds pass comes to Willis, and he got it up on the glass and in, and he'll have a free throw and a chance to tie the game. He was fouled on the shot by Lanphier Scorington Jones. Just strength that time for Christian Willis.
Lions led by as much as 13 in the first half.
They've never trailed, but they're about to be tied. Willis's free throw is good, and the game is tied at 57. 1:18 to play in the third quarter. At some point, they'll put the point on the board. Now it's there. 57-57, Lanphier and Christian Brothers. Late third quarter. Manuel gets the winner in the championship game of this tournament tomorrow night at 8. Xavier Bishop. Everybody in the Lanphier lineup with foul trouble. Works around the double team, goes all the way to the glass, missed the shot, and Bowles commits a foul going over Cale Catchings, who will have 2 free throws at the other end and a chance to give CBC the lead.
That was a very nice job by Dwayne Clark. He hedged on Bishop out on the perimeter and then followed him all the way to the basket and forced that miss. And then Catchings took Clark's place under the basket in rebound position. Bowles going on his back for the 4th foul. Double bonus for the Cadets for the rest of the night.
Catchings for the lead for CBC. He made it.
That's his 11th point. He joins Willis and Barnes in double figures. Dwayne Clark has 7 points, 10 rebounds. CBC's had a heck of a third quarter.
Cale Catchings just put them up 2. Their first lead of the night. 59-57. Christian Brothers leads Lanphier. Final minute, third quarter. Akima Rose on the dribble out front. Gives to Xavier Bishop on the left side. Back to Rose. Baseline left side. Comes out to the wing. 42 seconds left in the quarter. CBC has stepped up the defense. Here's Andre Williams gliding in for a runner that's good. Andre Williams ties the game at 59 with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Josh Nunn on the dribble. Over the timeline for the Cadets. Looks at his coach, Justin Tatum, and gets a play call. 17 seconds. Give to Christian Williams in the center circle. 59 all. Lanphier's 13-point lead is gone. Here's Willis driving in, scoop shot. No, but a foul, and 2 free throws coming off the foul by Bishop.
That was a good call. Ronnie Jones had a good look at it from the baseline. Bishop did move at the last minute into the path of Willis, who was angling to the basket. 3 on Xavier Bishop.
6 seconds to go in the quarter. 59 all, and Willis back to the line with a chance to put CBC back in front. Missed the first. One more staff carpet free throw for Christian Willis, a well put together 6'2 senior. This CBC team is really good, and they've rallied on Lanphier here in the second half. And the shot is good for Willis, and it's 60-59, Christian Brothers. 6.2 to go in the third quarter. Inbounds comes to Andre Williams. He is double teamed, loses a handle and travels. 3.3 left, and CBC will have the last shot perhaps of this third quarter with a 1-point lead.
Willis had checked out briefly. They're going to hustle both he and Barnes back into the game. Remember, Barnes hit a long jump shot from straight out front to end the first half.
They'll inbound at half court. Throw it into Barnes. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ball poked loose, and Lanphier survives a last shot try by CBC. But the Lions are down for the first time at the end of a quarter tonight. After 3, Christian Brothers 60, Lanphier 59. Back with the fourth quarter in a minute.
Some third quarter for the CBC Cadets. They outscored Lanphier 25-18 in it. And have taken a 1-point lead on the Lions into the fourth quarter, 60-59 in this semifinal game at the first Adam Lopez Country Financial Thanksgiving Tournament.
Down at Alton tonight, the Redbirds beat Glenwood. Final score, Alton 58, Glenwood 47. Alton and Jacksonville in the championship of the Alton tournament tomorrow. 60-59, CBC. Lanphier ball to start the fourth quarter. Down a point. Corey Jones, Andre Williams, Xavier Bishop, William Bowles, Rakeem Rose on the floor. Ball loose in the lane. CBC has it. With a 1-point lead, just underway fourth quarter. A 3-ball from the corner by Nunn is good. And CBC has their biggest lead of the game.
He's been huge in the second half.
Off the bench, Josh Nunn puts him up 4. Andre Williams is hammered on a shot at the hoop at the Lanphier end, and he'll have 2 free throws. He threw one high off the glass as he was blasted by Big Dwayne Clark. Williams appears to be okay. 63-59, Christian Brothers leads Lanphier. And Andre Williams can cut the margin in half with a couple of staff carpet free throws. First one on the way, no good. Williams now 3 for 5 in the game at the line.
Lanphier 22 of 43 from the field. That's very good, 51%, but only 3 of 11 from 3. CBC shooting 49%. They've made 6 of 10 from three-point range.
Second free throw good for Williams. 63-60. Christian Brothers. Lanphier's biggest lead was 13, about 2 minutes left in the first half. Now they're down by 3 with 7:11 left in the fourth quarter. Christian Willis has the ball stripped right out of his hands by Rose. Ahead to McGee, glides in and missed a shot, but he was fouled well before he got to the basket. And that's only team foul number 6 on CBC. It is on Josh Nunn.
CBC foul on 10, Josh
His second.
His second, team 6.
Lions ball to inbound. They'll be in the bonus the rest of the way. 3-ball by Bishop off the inbound is good. He finally made one here in the second half. It's only his second basket of the second half, and it ties the game at 63 with 6:50 to go. They're going to need Bishop to make a few more of those, you would think, to win this game. 3 by Barnes up top is no good. A quick shot, quick triggered it and didn't get it. Rebound to Bishop. Ahead to McGee. Jumper from 18. Way off target. Rebound Williams. Reverse layup and he missed it. And the rebound out of bounds. CBC ball.
Andre Williams isn't going to have an easier shot than that one all season.
Score stays 63-all with 6:30 to play.
He grabbed the offensive rebound off the miss, and CBC was conceding the basket.
He rolled it over the rim. 3-ball Willis, good, and CBC back up 3. Willis' first 3 of the night, 66-63, Christian Brothers.
Cadets are 8 of 12 from 3 tonight.
Wow, 8 of 12. 66-63, Christian Brothers leads it. Bishop for 3 in the tie, nope. Rebound long to Catching, to Willis rather. Now Willis ahead of the field to Barnes for 3, nope. From the corner, missed it. Williams the rebound. Outlet to Bishop. Glides in. Got it on the rim and in. Xavier Bishop makes it a 1-point game. 66-65. Christian Brothers in front. 5:38 to go. Pass ahead. Missed in tight. Catchings missed again on the tip-back drive. 2 easy shots and Catchings couldn't convert. Williams, baseline drive for the lead. Oh, he was blocked and no foul. But his outlet pass off the guy who blocked it, no good. And a 3-ball by Williams is a miss. That was Bishop who shot it, not Williams. A frenzied couple of minutes and no points. 66-65. Christian Brothers ball off the Bishop miss. Catchings misses a couple right at the rim. Bishop misses from out front. CBC ball in a 1-point lead. 4:55 left. And a double team and foul against Lanphier's Andre Williams. They took the ball off the hands of Willis, but they fouled him to get it.
And double bonus for Willis, who has made 6 of 7 tonight and 12 of 15 this week. How much they charge at the door for these games tonight?
Not enough.
Man.
It's just been a dandy.
I should open my wallet and give somebody some money. I got in for free.
This has been a great game.
These are two really good teams.
4:52 left.
You think about the fact they're playing just their second games of the season, Tim. And the pace has been exciting. The shooting has been great. The skill level on drives to the basket. And the kids are getting after it defensively.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get stops when you've got this much talent on the court.
Willis made one, missed one on stamped carpet free throw tries, but the ball tipped out of bounds by Lanphier, and CBC will keep it with a 2-point lead and 4:49 to play.
Cale Catchings, who has a double-double tonight, 12 and 11, checks out for Sam Orff.
67-65, Christian Brothers leads it on the inbound. Orff missed it right at the rim. Rebound Bowles. Ahead to Bishop. Beats everybody down and missed it. McGee put it up and golly, missed in tight. And Clark clears the rebound. Lanphier had 2 shots at the rim, and now Bishop commits a foul on a backcourt takeaway.
That's a little frustration there.
Wow.
He thought the ball had gone in the basket when he took it in. And then the follow-up by McGee used every part of the rim before it fell off. And that's 4 on Xavier Bishop, so he's going to have to be very careful in the final 4.5 minutes.
67-65, Christian Brothers, 4:34 to go. And Jordan Barnes, their senior point guard, will have 2 shots at the line at the other end, a chance to expand their 2-point lead.
5 of 9 tonight, 14 of 23 through the first 2 games, but I don't want him on the line with a couple of big free throws coming.
Barnes first is good. 3-point lead, 68-65 for the St. Louis Christian Brothers Cadets.
This young man's expression never changes. He is a cool customer. Indiana State's getting a good one.
Made them both. 2 stamped carpet free throws for Barnes, who has scored 18. 69-65 CBC, 4.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Lanphier ball with loads of foul trouble for the Lions on the floor. Can they rally? Andre Williams in the corner against Barnes. Looks for help. Goes around to high pick by Bowles. 4:10 to play. Lanphier looks confused at the offensive end. They're not sure who they want. Williams has had the ball for 30 seconds. Finally gives it up to Bishop and gets it back at the point. Andre Williams to Bishop for 3. Yes! Timeout, Lanphier. Took him a long time to get Bishop the shot they wanted, but he made it. And it's 69-68. Lanphier down 1. 3:51 left. Back in a minute.
Once again, fourth quarter special. Hot dogs now $1. Popcorn 50 cents.
Medical Center.
Lincoln Railers are rolling tonight. 36-21 with 4:40 left in their game at home in their tournament against Morton. Here, Lanphier down a point in their tournament against Christian Brothers. CBC leads 69-68, 3:46 to go. And CBC ball off the timeout. Jordan Barnes, the outstanding senior guard for Christian Brothers, works around a double high pick. And he traveled out front. He got bodied and double teamed by McGee and Williams. And right at the center circle, Barnes kind of lost his balance and is called for the travel.
He has been turnover prone this week. He had 8 on Wednesday night. That's his 5th tonight. And CBC has 20 turnovers as a team.
3:30 left. Lanphier down a point. Lions ball. Rose gives to Bishop. To McGee, who is fouled. Ball was poked away from McGee by Christian Willis. And big J.D. Coleman didn't think that was a clean poke away. Said there's a foul, and that means 1 in bonus for Cardell McGee, who's been quiet since he had the early foul trouble tonight.
Cardell McGee tonight has made 4 of 6. He's 9 of 11 this week. The first to tie. If he makes that, the second to give Lanphier the lead again.
Sophomore McGee's free throw is no good. It rolled out. Hit all parts of the rim and then bounced out, and no bonus. Stays 69-68 CBC, 3:15 left. Josh Nunn, who's been good in the second half, gives the ball off to Cale Catchings. Out front to Christian Willis. Left side to Nunn. Defended by Bishop. Hands off to Jordan Barnes. This CBC team is really good. And good ball handling at the moment. Big Clark up top. Throws it down in the post to Catchings. Turns and missed in tight. And the rebound to Xavier Bishop. Lanphier with a chance to again take the lead. Bishop stops just off the key. Now drives into the lane. Draws a foul. Josh Nunn hip checked him, and Bishop did exactly what he wanted to do, and that's get to the line if he couldn't get to the rim.
He hasn't been to the line all night.
Very reliable free throw shooter. He tried to sneak to the line earlier. Officials didn't buy it. And Bishop can tie and give Lanphier the lead this trip. First half carpet free throw and the 1 in bonus. Missed it. Wow. 68 for Lanphier. They're stuck on that number. Down by a point, 2:30 to play.
Lions just 1 of 4 at the line in the fourth quarter.
Good free throw shooters, not making them. Barnes gives off to Nunn. They throw it down low to Clark. Turns on Bowles, gives it back out front with a 1-point lead. Now Willis back into Clark. Back to Willis to the glass. Score.
That was beautifully done. Two-man game between Clark and Willis Willis got the layup for a 3-point lead.
71-68, still a 1-possession lead. McGee with the ball, glides in, gives off to Bowles, who scores. Bowles makes it a 1-point game again, 71-70, under 2 minutes. Lanphier down a point. They play defense. Christian Willis up the left side, 1:50 left. Lions trailing 71-70 and playing defense. Jordan Barnes, double teamed out front, gives the ball off to Nunn, throw it down low to Clark, turns on Bowles, scores. Blaine Clark has scored 9, and timeout CBC. 73-70, Christian Brothers leads Lanphier with 1:34 to go. A 30-second steak and shake timeout, and we'll be right back.
Head coach.
Thanksgiving basketball tournament championship semifinal. Lanphier led by 13 late in the first half. That lead is gone. They're down by 3 with 1:34 to play. They'll have the ball off the timeout. They're a shot away from a tie, but they're struggling to shoot. We have an official's timeout.
Yeah, they were slow in starting the clock. They ought to take about 3 more seconds off of it. Sits at 1:32 right now, and they didn't start the clock when the ball was inbounded.
They'll reset it to 1:34 where it was when the inbound occurred.
And they'll do it again on the inbound.
And McGee throws it into Andre Williams. He's there on the floor with Yakima Rose, William Bowles, and Xavier Bishop, the Lanphier 5 starters, all with foul trouble. 1:24 left. Bishop, guarded closely by Christian Willis, drives on him, and a hand check by Willis. That'll put Bishop at the line where he missed a moment ago. His team down 3. Xavier Bishop will have a 1 and bonus. That was the last on the 9th team foul against Christian Brothers of the 1-1.
In Florida tonight, the Illini finally playing some defense. Lead at halftime on UAB, 28-23. That game's on 96.7 FM.
Bishop's front end of the 1 and bonus is good this time, and he'll have another staff carpet free throw that can make this a 1-point game.
And give him a 30-point night.
1:20 to play. Bishop's second foul shot is good. It rattled, but it went in. 73-72, CBC leads it. 1:20 left in regulation. Jordan Barnes will walk it up floor for the Cadets. Guarded by Andre Williams of Lanphier. Barnes has been terrific again tonight. Has scored 18. Clock down to a minute to play right now. Barnes backs off. Williams right up on him. Give off to Josh Nunn, who's been great in the second half off the bench for the Cadets. He's guarded by Bishop with 50 seconds. They're playing with the lead. The Cadets up 73-72. And we have a foul off the ball or a timeout. Going to call a foul on Andre Williams. It was off the ball. I didn't see it.
That's not a bad foul because 3 of the guys out there for Lanphier, Bishop, McGee, and Bowles, have 4 fouls each. They can't foul.
So Williams called for the foul. He'll send Barnes to the line. He's made 7 out of 9 at the foul line tonight. First one here is good.
The trouble is he's just so good under situations like this. But even if he makes the free throw, Lanphier could tie it with a 3, and they've got enough time that they wouldn't have to take a 3. 45 seconds left.
One more staff carpet free throw for Jordan Barnes. Made it. 75-72. 45 seconds left. Lanphier down 3. Williams over the line. Hands to Rose. 36 seconds. Rose has used his dribble. Gives to McGee. Now to Bishop. Clock down to 30. Trailing by 3. Lanphier ball. Bishop in the corner. A 3 ball. No good by Williams. Rebound Bowles. Lost it on the floor. It's out of bounds though. Last touch by the Cadets. Lanphier will have it with 22.8. Trailing 75-72.
Still have time. You don't have to force a 3. Bishop was well defended by Josh Nunn. Did a nice job of giving it up to Williams, who had an open shot from the corner, and Justin Tatum is going to use CBC's final timeout.
We'll pause for 30 on a steak and shake timeout and be back in half a minute.
Into the game for the Lions for Torrington Jones.
Timeout. Lanphier will have the ball to inbound on the end line under their basket. At the Lanphier end, at the east end of the gym here at Lobernica Gymnasium. The Lions trailing by 3 on the floor with Cardell McGee, Corrington Jones, Xavier Bishop, Andre Williams, and Yakima Rose. McGee to throw it in. Gives it to Bishop. Double teamed and bumped and fouled. And Bishop to the line with 19.9. And he'll have 2 free throws as that's the 10th team foul on the Cadets.
Nunn put his hands to his head. He wasn't very happy with that foul call. He was out there with Christian Willis, both double teaming Bishop very tightly, and apparently there was a brush on the body.
Bishop's first free throw is good. 75-73. Lanphier down 2. 19.9 on the clock. Fourth quarter. One more for Bishop. It's in the air. It is no good, and
Foul
Clark the
Clark.
rebound.
Foul Clark. Foul
Should
Clark.
have fouled the big man. 16 seconds. They throw it up floor for a flush by Ketchum. And that should seal the deal for CBC. Had a chance to foul big Dwayne Clark, didn't get it done. They got the outlet pass ahead to a cheating Cale Ketchings up floor. He two-hand jams it. CBC leads 77-73 with 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, missed an opportunity there.
Yep.
That was the obvious play. Clark's made only 1 of 6 free throws. And when they didn't foul him and Clark got his 13th rebound, made a good outlet pass, and then Ketchings, as you said, was cheating up court.
Well, this will be a good learning experience for these young Lanphier Lions, no doubt. They're losing to a good team, but...
Yeah, 13-point first-half lead against a team like this in a game at this pace is not choking by any stretch.
No,
but it's a disappointing loss if it turns out that way.
Had chances to score that they haven't cashed in on, and they've also been roughed up and fouled a lot and haven't converted free throws. And Christian Brothers gets a takeaway on a foul against Bishop that wasn't called. They score at the other end on a Willis basket. Time expires, and Lanphier loses by 6. The final score is Christian Brothers of St. Louis 79 and Lanphier 73. So the Lions will play for 3rd place in their tournament tomorrow night against the East St. Louis Flyers at 6 o'clock. And the CBC Cadets from St. Louis will play Peoria Manual in the championship game tomorrow night at 8. We'll take a break and be back with the postgame show